Chief Mediator Kofi Annan, in yet another press conference at the end of his visit to the country, once again enumerated the challenges that the reform process faced.
Judicial reform could be faster. The quest to promote ethnic cohesion remains a challenge. The issue of impunity, including corruption, remains of fundamental importance and is yet to be addressed meaningfully.
And he was hopeful for the progress in Kenya's search for a new constitution.
This is a year that could have a new constitution, a solid basis for land reform, a new electoral law, a fresh voter registration list, not to mention the other major reforms on the way.
But the intermittent clashes within the coalition government also seem to have got Kofi Annan's attention with a plea to the coalition partners.
And they need to consult. That is what a coalition government entails.
These comments in reference to, among other incidences, last month's clash between Prime Minister Raila Odinga and President Mwai Kibaki over the sacking of cabinet ministers.
The spirit of cooperation and partnership embedded in the National Accord must be clearly demonstrated by the two partners.
Noting that the window for reform may be fast closing, Annan urged Kenya's leaders to take the initiative in being instruments for cohesion and not the opposite. Kofi Annan spent some time talking about a reform process that is slow but steady in Kenya. But interestingly enough, even he seems to be banking on a positive judgment by the pre-trial chamber at the ICC.
I didn't discuss it, no. I did discuss ICC, but I didn't get into the local tribunal. I understand the judgment may come out by end of March, and he would then begin in earnest his investigations into the violence in Kenya.
A key indicator of where the international community's focus has shifted to, notwithstanding the fact that not all the perpetrators of violence would be tried at The Hague, and this statement about threatening of witnesses.
What it will require is a much more effective action by the security forces, a much more firm action by the government, and an effective witness protection mechanism.
Despite this, Annan's assessment of the situation in Kenya seemed far more optimistic than when he was last in the country, but it's likely that he will be keenly watching should there be any missteps in the country's slow march to reform.